Episode 155. All of Eorzea is in a good mood, it seems. A very loving mood. But Komori isn't. I think she's not having a great time after that whole fiasco. Well, all of those fiascos. The most recent fiasco of the whole riddle-solving thing leading to nothing. And the even bigger fiasco of the entire Coils of Bahamut. How grueling a task that was. We should be starting our vacation, but I'll be participating in this event first. Even though Komori is still down on her funds. By which I mean, this is still a lot of gil, but all the teleporting that we have to do around, that we'll surely have to do, in order to complete those Moogle quests which go all over Eorzea. It's not going to cost a whole lot, but it still irks me, so it irks Komori too. And speaking of, this isn't where the Valentione's event is. I'm in the wrong place. So I'm going to actually have to spend some gil to teleport to the right place. More waste of money. You know, we got 10 gil for that riddle quest or whatever. But we spent like thousands of gil buying the accessories needed to solve it. I guess we did get an achievement. And the thrill of the adventure, or something. This is where it is, right? Yeah. As for why Komori would participate in this event all about love when she's still so moody, I don't know. Maybe she's doing this out of spite or something. Maybe she wants to understand this feeling people call love. Something she's never experienced. Maybe that's going a bit too far though. Emily here is actually wearing one of the most popular outfits in the entire game. I think it was offered in the last year's event, which I certainly got on my main character. But unfortunately, such event items are not shared account-wide. So, I guess the only option, if I wanted to have this on other characters, would be to buy it, but I don't think it's exactly the kind of thing Komori would wear. Before I actually undertake the event though, I don't really recall what the whole Valentione's history is. There's usually one or two NPCs that tell you what it's about. I guess we'll take this. And now we're under 500,000. We can no longer afford an apartment, which is exactly 500,000. Do you tell me about the event? Good eve to you, adventurer, and may the flowers of love ever blossom in your heart. If you should desire to learn more of the Valentine's Day festivities, please do not hesitate to ask. I shall be only too eager to share with you everything I know. I feel like this is phrased exactly the way Komori would ask it. What's with all the hearts? We of the proudish guardian house of Valentione spread ourselves across Eorzea this day in the hope that we may give budding sweethearts the courage to take their first steps together. Hearts across this fair realm torment themselves with unspoken ardors, and thus have we crafted events to inspire even the shyest of souls to confess their hidden feelings. And what's the day? It is a time of celebration, when we honor the life of Countess Arabelle de Valentione, a High Lady of Ishgard, who struck out against her life of cossetted detachment, and risked all in pursuit of a pure and all-consuming love. I'm going to assume cossetted just based on context clues means, like, restrained. In the years after the Countess's passing, a tradition became established among the Ishgardian populace. Every year, at this time, they would strive to emulate her passion and her bravery, by plucking up their own courage and bestowing a token of love upon the object of their affections. Interesting. This never actually is reflected in Ishgard around this time of year whenever the event comes around, even though he says it does. Actually, it's true of all of the states or the cities or whatever that you go to outside of the starting 3 here in Eorzea. None of the places from the DLC or expansions or whatever ever get decorated for events. It's actually too much work, you would expect, right? As they always introduce like 2 cities in every expansion or something like that. But when it's something like this, which is originating from Ishgard, I guess it just feels a little bit weird. Anyway. Who the hell is Astrid, and Emily, and Lisette and Hortifonce? I think this event, I wasn't around for it, began with Lisette and Hortifonce, and then it expanded to include Astrid and Emily in recent events. I think I was around when they were introduced. It seems like Astrid and Emily, based on their top billing, are now taking over the main event. The Lady Astrid belongs to the newest generation of House Valentione's emissaries. As a descendant of Countess Arabelle de Valentione, the desire to see others' hearts skip a beat runs in her noble blood. If you would aid this diminutive avatar of love in her efforts to saturate the realm in ardor and affection, then you need but make yourself known to her. And Emily? Emily is a Gridanian native and an apprentice emissary of ardor. Alongside Lady Astrid, she strives to support those in need of a little push in their pursuit of love. She is always happy to meet new and old faces alike, so I encourage you to seek her out should you wish to make her acquaintance. Lisette. Lady Lisette is the former head emissary of Order, and even now there are none who stoke the fires of passion in Eorzean hearts more than she. Having passed the mantle of leadership to Lady Astrid, she has taken to independently attending those in need of guidance with matters of the heart. And Hortifonce. Sir Hortifonce is an emissary of Order and the fiancé of Lady Lisette. Years ago, the lady found him on the verge of death and plucked him from its encroaching claws. The two were eventually reunited summers later, and they vowed to never again be apart. Sir Hortifonce has passionately aided others in finding love for themselves ever since. Is that describing one of the first events or the first few events? If they were like summers apart, like years apart? Did you like unwatch that, or watch that romance unfold in real time? If you were there since the beginning? I have no idea. This is new. A little rose wall. Very, Romeo and Juliet, I guess. What's this called again? The actual name? I used to know. It's probably still there in my head somewhere. These two don't have anything to say about the event, right? They're just normal... yeah. Did you know the rose also symbolizes passion? And with the fiery passion I possess as an emissary of love, I shall do my utmost to solve everyone's dilemmas in romance. Komoi's dilemma is romance. No one around here. They probably... well, one, I'm probably not far enough in the story to have any NPCs gather around for this event. And two, the NPCs that would have come here from the main story probably only appear after the quest. There was actually one of these events that actually had a bunch of people get up on stage, a lot of main characters, including Oriander, and he even talked about Umbrita and his feelings about her. That was fresh after Endwalker, but it was actually pretty appropriate. Anyway, maybe this will be a bit more cheery. For this year's Valentine's Day, we have roses, roses, and more roses. Please enjoy the festivities to the fullest, and preferably with your special someone. Is Komori the type of person to have a special someone? I can't picture it. Maybe she has someone that she bullies repeatedly, incessantly, without end. If someone would be able to put up with it, then maybe it would work out. And we get an emote for this. Interesting. I didn't actually know what we got for this. Greetings, good madam. I am Estrid de Valentione, emissary of ardor and affection. My fellows and I have come to help folks convey the depths of their hearts to a special someone this Valentione's Day. Begging your pardons, but you are an adventurer of some experience, are you not? If so, I would dearly appreciate your aid. Permit me to explain the situation. For this year's event, we are providing people with bouquets of roses to help them make their feelings known. But as it happens, the botanist who is kindly providing us with the flowers, a man named Lorovic, appears to be having difficulties of his own in love. As emissaries, we should like nothing more than to assist him, but we're given to understand the situation is complicated. That being the case, might I trouble you to act in my stead? I have no tact in love, says Komori. We are in your debt. Without further ado, please seek out Lorovic and lend an ear to his woes. He is like to be at the Great Loam Growery. It's like they didn't hear a word Komori said, or more like she didn't say a word at all. Lorovic is like to be at the Great Loam Growery. Please seek him out and lend an ear to his woes. This year's festivities wouldn't be possible without Lorovic's lovely roses. Do what you can for him, won't you? Isn't this the job of the emissaries of love? What exactly was their reason for not being able to help? Because the situation is complicated. I would figure a complicated situation would, I don't know, be a professional's job. But whatever. I don't really have to teleport all over the place, or rather, I should walk through the town and admire the decorations if there are any. Note to self. Oh, Silgany, my love, where have you gotten to? Ah, forgive me, I didn't notice you. Is there something you require? Miss Astrid sent you to assist me, you say? That's very kind of you both. You see, there is someone I desperately wish to find. Allow me to begin from the beginning. A few years ago, an Ishgardian botanist arrived here in Gridania. Silgany was her name, and in part due to our shared fondness of roses, we struck up a friendship. A friendship that blossomed into love. The months that followed were the most wonderful of my life, filled with unforgettable days. But then one day, she disappeared without a word. She hated you, leaving behind only the seeds of a rare variety of rose. The flowers being given out this Valentione's Day are grown from those very seeds. It was my hope upon hope that the word of them would reach her, and then she might be compelled to return to me. And as if in answer to my prayers, who should I spot in the crowd just now but her? She wore the rose earring I gifted her, so there's no mistaking it. Alas, I made my frantic way towards her. As I made my frantic way towards her, she vanished amidst the throng. Please help me look for her, I beg you. Komori thinks she hates you, and she just kept the earrings because they're nice jewelry. But she'll help anyway, just to prove that there's no such thing as love. I'm in your debt. Now Silgany is an Elysian maiden with silver hair. You'll want to keep an eye out for someone of that description, who has the earring I mentioned. If you could search near Mikedo's amphitheater, I will do the same in the ebony stalls. Afterwards, let us meet before Fenyi Fineries. Fenyil? Is that Y-L-L? Y-I... Fenil, Y-L-L, Fen eel fineries. May the spinner lead us to Silgany. For a second I thought it was like Roman numerals. I don't know of a Roman numeral Y. Plus it wouldn't really fit the naming convention of Gridania, Roman numerals. I think that's mainly a Garlean thing. Or not. Mainly like a military thing, I guess, and a lot of the Garlean names, which are military names that we know of, tend to be like that, like Magitech something or other. Actually not that much decoration, other than the event location in question and, I guess, around the Aetheryte Plaza. You. Tell me what you know. What? Oh. This isn't that's not the quest, right? This is the quest, over here. The woman with an orchard earring. You tell me what you know. Oh, this isn't a rose on my earring, but orchids. No, not orchard. Orchid, right. Though in light of the festivities, a rose would certainly be more fitting. Alas, this woman is not Silgany. Komori, are you telling me you don't know your flowers? That's okay, neither do I. I ought to have worn a rose earring for the festivities. Oh yeah, she is actually wearing orchids. Huh. There's actually a lot of these glamours. I have a couple of them on Komori. I kind of have all of these. Flower, earrings, corsages, and whatever on my main character. They're actually not that cheap from the market board. A cool thing to add on to any glamour if you don't want to cover up your face with a hat or something else. Even if it's a little bit whimsical, flowery. The woman with a rose hairpin. Komori, you're looking for an earring, but I guess you forgot. Silgany? I'm not she, I'm afraid, but I do hope you find her. Alas, this woman is not Silgany. Might be Silgany, I'm just gonna assume Silgany. I hope you find who you're looking for. The woman with a rose earring. Rose? I guess that is a rose earring. That's not one of the earrings that I mentioned you could buy from the market board. This might be her. May I help you? You're her. That he would go to such lengths to find me. I love him still, I truly do. But I'm too ashamed to meet him. I just wish to see the roses that lovers are giving one another. Please tell Lorvik that he should look for me no more. That he should forget me. You hate him. Komori knew it. She literally said she still loves him, but Komori thinks she hates him. Love and hate are not mutually exclusive. I mean, kind of. Sort of. That's kind of true, right? Are these... Wait, are these trees normally here? I feel like... These aren't new, are they? This has always been here? This little ramp? These bushes? Why does it feel like I'm seeing this for the first time? I know one thing that they did in 7.1 was add in a bunch of things to decorate the stalls in, well, for one in Ul'dah at the market board to make it look like a little bit more on par with the graphics nowadays. In my head just now, I felt like they added in a bunch of these bushes for some reason to decorate this area, but these were surely always here. For some reason my brain is just telling me that they weren't. I'm sure if I go back to one of my earlier episodes, they would have always been here. Weird things that the brain does. I'm afraid to say I had no luck. Dare I hope you were able to learn something? She hates you. What? Hates me? She cannot ask me to do such a thing. No, that doesn't work. Try to replace the line for fun, but it doesn't work out grammatically. Forget her. She cannot ask me to do such a thing. Now who the hell is this? Ishgardian, obviously, but... Nope. Definitely not someone from a previous event. A lot of characters this time. Pray excuse my interruption. I am Sir Tituan, a knight of House Hyonarte. Do I have the pleasure of addressing the botanist Lorvik? The roses being distributed during the current festivities. May I ask where you acquired them? Those? Why, I grew them from the seeds given to me by my love, Silgany. So it is indeed the Dryan coin, the rose permitted to be grown by none save our house. To think that she would bring it to a foreign nation. You know Silgany? She tended House Hyonarte's rose gardens until a few years ago, when she vanished without a trace. Our house takes the rose for its symbol, and the Dryan coin is the foremost of all species. Silgany had care of them on account of her skills. But when Coerthus rose over in the calamity's wake, every last plant withered away. 'Twas believed that she fled out of shame. When she entrusted me with the seeds, she made no mention of their importance. Why did she give them to me? This is all such a shock. Indeed. Never did I imagine that the rose would end up not only surviving in a foreign land, but thriving. So the reason you seek Silgany is in order to bring her to account? While she has violated our laws, she has saved the Dryan coin from extinction. As such, I doubt she would face much of a punishment, if any. Nevertheless, my duty is to ascertain the truth of the matter. In that case, will you not allow me to search with you? Though Silgany bade me not to do so, I cannot bear to do nothing. Mayhap we can have her come to us instead, by devising a rumor that would draw her attention. Let us try it. As much as it chafes me to deceive her, I'll do what I must to see her again. Then the question is what manner of rumor to employ. Have you any thoughts? Say he hates her. None of these options are saying Lorvik hates her. But that would be a way, right? Not really. I guess that would be a relief to her, that he cut ties with her. Lorvik has been apprehended by an Ishgardian knight. Lorvik is to duel an Ishgardian knight. Nothing is coming to mind. I think the funniest answer is this one. Lorvik is going to duel to the death. Oh, we wouldn't actually fight, of course. I can't wield anything save botanist tools. Well, hold on. The botanist class can actually do auto attacks. They can kill even, what is it, up to like level 50 enemies or something? I think if you were a level 100 botanist, you would have maybe enough stats to kill a level 50 enemy. If you're as good a botanist as you say, you can hold your own in a duel, surely. That whole level 50 figure might not be accurate, though. On the assumption that Silgany is aware of your limits, I dare say she would come out of worry for your safety. We needn't go so far as to cross swords. But we could, right? for fun? Okay. Yes, that may well work. As for the location, I believe the Great Lone Growery would be as suitable a place as any. Then it is settled. Let us split up and recruit some citizens to our cause. And lest we cause undue commotion, be sure to clarify 'tis but a ruse. Well, that spoils the fun, doesn't it? Understood. We meet again at the growery. One over here, one over here, and one over here. What? A botanist will duel an Ishgardian knight at the Great Lone Growery? Don't tell me they're fighting over you. What? Is Komori that attractive to you? Oh, it's just a ruse to find his sweetheart. Well then consider us part of it. When it comes to endeavors in love, we have to help one another. Komori will never understand that feeling. I wonder if that line is the same if you play as a male character. That whole, don't tell me they're fighting over you bit. They made a lot of strides to make sure that any character of any gender can play, or rather wear, a lot of the outfits that are coming out. There are still certain differences between certain legacy items, but nowadays items typically tend to be, what's the word? Unisex, I guess? But some of the dialogue isn't always. That one might be something that changes. So you want this rumor to reach the woman with a rose earring? Very well, we shall help. The roses brought my love and I together. This would be a fine chance to give back. I would be glad to tell our other customers as well, in the spirit of the occasion. Should it happen to win me Lorvik's favor, and lead to a better deal with the guild for the blossoms we use in our popular rose tea, well, who am I to argue? I noticed this was actually taking place right next to my Senta stand. Didn't actually think she'd get involved with the quest. We did one quest for her, actually as part of the Moogle quest, the delivery stuff. Quite a dazzling array of wares, wouldn't you say? Ever since you helped us bring an end to the ambushes and lure the homunculi back to Gridania for good, the guild's been flowing in like a waterfall. Homunculi being the characters, the band, from this quest that I just mentioned, not actual homunculi, disappointingly. But I didn't get to where I am today by resting on my laurels. Should you hear of any promising business ventures, you know where to find me. I wonder what percentage of NPCs I know of, just like, that I can recall in my memory. Not enough to call out their names by heart or whatever, but to say, oh, I know that person if they were in front of me and their name was in front of them, and recall something that I did with them. It's probably in the low percentage side, right? Only like 30-40%? Maybe higher than I think. Lorvik wishes to be reunited with his love, you say? It would be too tragic if they couldn't be together. You may count on us to spread this rumor far and wide. This promotional item thing, can't really see it too well. But there's a character on the front of it that I don't know. Was it one of the characters we already met? I felt like it was a, well, we'll see. The artwork that they sell, the one that I bought, it's all the promotional artwork that they put up on their main site to advertise the event. I guess they thought it was a good idea to sell it in-game as a commemorative thing. Make the most usage out of the advertisement, the artwork that they used for their advertisement, to double as swag for the player. There you are. I was able to recruit a good number of citizens to spread the word. I'm truly grateful for your help, Komori, but I'm beginning to worry that Silgany won't come. She must, or else I would have suffered through all of your lovesick rambling for naught. What? But I was merely expressing the wonders of true love. One day someone doesn't exist in your life. The next day you cannot imagine life without them. Enough of that. Enough. Sir Tituan, please, wait. Lorovic stands no chance against you. Do not hurt him, I beg you. This feud relates to you, does it not? Please, help me stop it. I want to see the bloodbath, though. Oh, Silgany, at long last I found you. Hear me, my love. Sir Tituan means me no harm, I assure you. I'm sorry for causing you alarm, but I couldn't bear the thought of never seeing you again, and so I spread a false rumor, with help from Komori and Sir Tituan. I have heard all about the Dryan coin. Will you not tell me why you entrusted me with the seeds and left? Please believe me when I say it was for the sake of the Dryan coin. The rose wasn't made for the extreme cold that had overtaken Corsus. Believing the conditions to be ideal in the Black Shroud, I brought the seeds here, and where I met you. But not only did I fail in my duty to my house, I violated its rules as well. I have no right to be happy. That is why I chose to entrust you with the seeds before disappearing. 'Twas an unkind thing I did to you, and I'm truly sorry. When I heard that the roses would be handed out during Valentione's day, I couldn't help but come and see for myself, though I knew that I couldn't stay. Oh, Silgany, to think that you carried such a burden. But whatever you may have done, you have every right to be happy. It is thanks to you that the Dryan coin now adorns the city, bringing happiness to all. You are a brilliant botanist, and the guild would surely welcome you as a member. Will you not do the honor of growing roses beside me, my love? Tis true you violated the rules of House Hyanarte, yet you did so with noble intent, and your actions saved our most precious rose from extinction. In recognition of this, I will speak in your defense, and I will make a recommendation to our house that we officially entrust the growing of the Dryan coin to the Botanist Guild. Norovic. Unworthy though I may be, I would gladly grow roses beside you for all my days. All's well that ends well. Mayhap you would like to say a few words to the happy couple. What could we possibly say? Go on. Offer the happy couple a few words. Thank you for lending Lorvik your aid. Komoi, Sotituan, Silgani and I are reunited, and it is thanks to the two of you. We shall go and share the happy tidings with Miss Astrid. My task is done, so I shall return to Ishgard, with my own happy tidings that the Dryan coin blooms once more. In due course, our house will send a representative to make arrangements regarding the care of the rose. Till next time, my young botanist, I bid you farewell. Well, it's good to know breaking Ishgardian rules just results in a slap on the wrist. Komoi will keep that in mind. Will you not come with us to the amphitheater, Komoi? I'm certain Miss Astrid... Miss Astrid will wish to see you too. Looks like Sonia Wolf is going for the teleport. I'll be taking the scenic route. Have I seen Sonia Wolf in my videos before? I've maybe seen her around, but I don't know if I had her in video before. Just seems like a familiar name. But it could just be the name's familiar because I've kept on seeing her while doing this one quest. Oh, there's Lisette and Hortifons. They made their way here after all. Were they always here? I don't think so. What about this guy? He's not part of the event, right? Is he? I'm pretty sure I talked to this guy in a different event here in Gridania, and he said the same thing. Is he always here saying the same line, or does he only come around during events only to gripe about every day being an event? I'm pretty sure he's just always here. But these two. At Hortifons, he went to the Botanist Guild and picked the flowers himself for his bouquet for me. Not that I'm impressed, mind you. I would have been perfectly happy with anything he might have offered, is what I wish to say. Oh, he's wearing that new glamour. It's very modern, isn't it? And she is too, come to think of it, other than the stockings, which are an older Valentione's item, I think. Or is this a new one? This coat? Actually, don't know. But this one is like a very new one for winter whatever. Forgot the actual name, but it's quite nice. Too bad it's so expensive to get. Not in terms of real money, but you have to get it from like treasure hunting at high-end level 100 stuff or something like that. Or it's a high-level crafting thing, one of the two. I am but a novice in the garden, but his plain Lorvik is exceptional at his craft. Above all, however, he loves what he does. His roses are the most beautiful specimens and utterly without flaw. You must care for them as though they were his children. I will forever cherish this bouquet Lorvik gave me, and I will never forget this day. Aren't those going to wither? They're not plastic, right? Certainly not. They're the ones he grew. Oh, to walk with Silgani at my side again. If this is a dream, then may I never wake up. We've had the story from Lorvik and Silgani. How amazing that you could help them to find each other again. It inspires me to redouble my efforts. I shall continue striving to become an emissary who can resolve all manner of quandaries of the heart. You didn't do anything. This is your job and you made us do it. Welcome back, Komori. Lorvik and Silgany have told me all. On behalf of the emissaries, I thank you for helping them to find one another again. You couldn't have sent a better adventurer to my aid. We're in your debts as well, Miss Astrid. I must say, 'tis truly felicitous that a Dryan coin should reunite the people who grew them. They are a wonderful token of one's love, and should you have a special someone in your heart, Komori, I urge you to present them with a bouquet as well. And that's it. For some reason I thought there was like some kind of a... What is it? What's that species name? An aura. In this artwork. Can't really see it here, but I thought there was like an aura on the promotional artwork, and I thought there would be an NPC aura in this quest, but I must have just looked at the art wrong or something. Or I just remember it wrong, is all I mean. Off into the bag you go, with all my other items. If I ever get a house, which I certainly can't afford right now, not even an apartment. And that emote. Where is it? Right, not in the inventory. Some of the emotes you learn through like a book that you get, but those tend to be the ones that you like buy through the gold saucer or something like that. These ones you just get. I'll put it on the hotbar, just to replace, I don't know, replace this drow emote. That drow is only good if there's snow on the ground. Komori has no one to love, only hate. Maybe page 63 has a paramour we don't know about. It'll make better use of this bouquet. What is the plural of bouquet anyway? Oh, I guess page 63 went off to deliver that bouquet. Not really. It goes away whenever we pull out our umbrella. Let's see. Now that the event is done, I could either kill time doing some random events over here. Or not events, rather, quests. So I think I'm not going to do that, actually. No NPCs around to have fun with. Probably only people that come around if you've done more of the main quests than I did. I'll see that on my main character. Before I do whatever I'm doing next, I just wanted to see what the hell this quest was. Why is it level 43? In this like level 1 zone, basically. Just curious. Well, I'm not going to find out. Not right now. It's just for some reason a level 42 quest right here in the middle of Gridania, despite everything else. Strange. Now that we've done the Valentine's quest, I think I've knocked out everything that I wanted to do before doing the Moogle quests, continuing them. Where we stopped kind of halfway through because I needed to do the Hildebrand quest, or at least the first Hildebrand quest, as part of a prerequisite. I guess our vacation can officially begin. I've changed the color of this glamour just to blue, to match the, well, kind of, match the blue of the post-moogles. It's actually not a perfect match for the hat, but close enough, right? Plus the bag is red, so it kind of looks like we're delivering something. Let's say the Moogles have had a lot of letters of late. A lot of letter deliveries for love letters in this season. And they called in Komori once more, which is great timing. Does this quest actually involve delivering love letters? No. I think that was only that one quest that we did for Mother Momodi. An assistant is in need of an assistant... Wait, what? An assistant in need is an assistant indeed, Kupo. Your postal career has been a series of pleasant surprises. What a journey you've had, from dubious to glorious. A very special honor awaits you today, Kupo. This letter is from none other than Arun Senna, the youngest of the 3 Seed Seers. I actually wondered how many Seed Seers there were. I've always seen, well, sometimes seen, what's her name? The leader of Gridania. I can't believe I'm forgetting her name. Well, anyway, the leader is kind of sometimes flanked by 2 of the Seed Seers, but I figured there were more than just those 2 kids, so... Unless the 3 Seed Seers includes the leader of Gridania, which might actually be a thing. But I'm pretty sure not all of the horned children or whatever are Seed Seers, like the one that we met for the Odin quest and the one that stands outside the Palace of the Dead. Anyway, this time we're talking to Arun Senna. And of all people, it's addressed to his sister, Raya O Senna. From one Podjal to another, Kupo. How about that? Okay, yeah, so Podjal is actually the name of the Horned Children. This is one of the bits of lore that I don't really remember because it doesn't really have much presence beyond a realm reborn, I don't think. We are traveling in high society. Never did I expect to trust an assistant with a letter of such import, but you exceed all expectations. Alright, so not a love letter, but we can pretend that the Mughals are busy with delivering love letters, so they're offloading all non-love letter work to Komori. My excuse. There's no point in making these excuses. It's just fun to come up with segues for why Komori is teleporting to these destinations, why I'm making her do these random quests. Maybe by the end of this we'll break even, over 500,000. Make up that money that we lost buying a poster. I'm pretty sure these quests don't actually pay you too much. Well, a little bit, yeah. Enough to offset the price of teleporting, I hope. Never does it hearten me to see your face, Komori, though this time less than others. Come, we've our roles to play in this mummer's farce. Give me my letter. What is it, a prank? And there it is, the letter from my brother. Thank you for the delivery, and the certainty. No delivery could be of graver import than a missive between 2 of the Seed Seers, yet here stands a mere assistant letter carrier, not the deputy post-Mughal. Curious, is it not, brother? You could have delivered the letter yourself. We are in rare accord, dear sister. There is something amiss with the post-Mughal, a secret sorrow that has driven him from his duty. You are bemused, Komori, and soon to grow vexed for want of an account. Know that this deception was not for your benefit. It is the deputy post-Mughal that concerns us. He has seemed rather derelict in his duties, and so we laid this test for him. If naught were amiss, he would be here now in your stead. No, he's off delivering love letters, right? Don't tell me that was all fake. A lie? Something that I myself made up? In truth, we have seen little of the good Mughal lately. We fear for him, yet he fears to show himself. What secret does he keep from his Seed Seers and his friends? If he fears to even show himself, the secret must keep itself poorly indeed. All we need is a look at him and we'd know. We would have your aid, Komori. The work of a post-Mughal is of too great import to leave to chance. We must bring the post-Mughal out of hiding into the light of truth. Take this letter to him, good adventurer. Tell him naught of us, not a word. Tell him this letter comes from a twin adder soldier, and must be delivered to a sylph of ill repute in the East Shroud. You will beg the post-Moogle for aid, telling him that in your callowness you cannot find the destination. His vanity shall push him out, and his affection for you will pull him in. Directly to Little Soulless, where he shall find us instead of the wicked sylph. We'll settle this once and for all. This is actually an interesting quest. It's actually about the Moogle, the post-Moogle himself. I actually never really thought about how the post-Moogles were put to work. How they got their jobs in the first place. I guess these guys, the Seed Seers, act as the intermediaries. Raya Osena clearly has some kind of relation to the Moogles or something. And I guess the post-Moogles, who typically can't be seen by most people, get their orders from these guys somehow. Boss, we botched it. We're only like a level 10 post whatever or something. I don't remember what level we are, but we're clearly not high enough level for this job. Did the delivery go as it should? Such an important letter, such exalted company. How I miss... Kupo. What's this? A difficult letter to deliver? You say? Did you say? Part of a not-so-elaborate plan to draw forth the Postmaster Moogle from his Postmaster spot of hiding. They call it the Postmaster Moogle, but his name is Deputy Post Moogle. So he's like the Post Moogle, but also the Postmaster. He could be like the Postmaster Post Moogle. Whatever. A letter from a twin adder soldier to Luxio, a most notorious Sylph Kupo. You were right to come to me. This is a difficult delivery indeed. Ahem, but I am not so familiar with Moonspore Grove, Kupo. I barely know this name. Moonspore Stove? Clove? No idea where to find this. Deluxio, none. I wish I could help you, but I regret to tell you I cannot. I simply cannot go with you to Moonspore Grove, Kupo. But I suck. Why not? Because, Kupo. Because out in the grove, there may be spores. Yes, that's right. I have allergies, Kupo. But if my assistant needs me, I suppose I must go. Deliveries must be made and sacrifices too. Very well. At Little Soulless we shall meet. Let us go then, you and I. Where the moon spores fly, together we shall seek Deluxio, Kupo. I shall meet you at Little Soulless, then together we shall seek Deluxio, Kupo. How now, where is the post-Moogle? It is not like him to be so late. Something is amiss with him, well and truly. Could it be that he has sensed our presence, that he dares not meet the Seed Seers? He is near, sister. Beyond that I cannot say exactly where he is. And the elementals, something has them stirring. If he will not come to us, we shall go to him. Brother, you and I are for the Bramble Patch. Komoi, You shall seek the post-Moogle near the Hawthorn Hut. I like this not Komori. I sense something diminished about the post-Moogle's presence. Aid him. Be his friend. There's fighting in this quest. Well, okay. Komori whips a staff out of nowhere. It's not visible on her back, but she does it. Oh, that's the wrong fire. Probably would have just been faster to do single target. And we got more. I spent so long on Sumner, I've forgotten how to play Black Mage. My faithful assistant. Thank you, Kupo. I had just lain down for a nap when those things took me unawares. But everything is fine. Come, we must go to Little Solace, Kupo. How now? For someone working so little these days, you seem awfully tired. Did you think you could deceive the Pajals, Deputy Post-Moogle? Kupo, and Arun. Why are you all here? Please don't look at me. Don't. I shall look at whomever, in however a manner I see fit. Though I may say that privilege does not extend to everyone in present company. My apologies, my humblest apologies, Seedseers. I'm not feeling very well, Kupo. With your leave, I must return to my home. Your home is here in the Twelveswood, Deputy Post-Moogle. And if you think your friends would allow you to fly on those shredded wings, you must think very little of us indeed. They're shredded. It was a windmill, was it not? Your life has been in the Twelveswood. How could you know of such structures? You managed to survive the collision, but the injury was great. Oh, you poor brave fool. That was why you suddenly took on an assistant. 'Twas so you might heal. Really? So we're getting that kind of lore? It's not just that he's lazy, it was because he was healing. That's fun. Why would you not tell us, not seek our help? Why hide your hurts from my brother and me, and this good adventurer? You withheld it from even your fellow Moogles. Please don't take away my cap and satchel, Kupo. But please, it's my life. If I can't be a post-Moogle, I don't want to live, Kupo. Please don't ground me. My faithful assistant understands, Kupo. I beg you, help me. Tell him not to ground me. Komori will do the job. It's fun for her. Do I understand you correctly? You'll serve as needed, without being named the deputy letter carrier yourself, so that the honor of the post remains with your injured friend? Yeah, the honored title of post whatever isn't really of interest to Komori. This is just her vacation. The rest may be enough to mend his injuries, or it may not. Still, do we not owe that much to our friend? And I shall personally look into Moogle medicine for a cure. What would we not do for a friend in need? Did I read that right? What would we not do for a friend in need? Whether adventurer or seedseer, we are all your friends, and you are the deputy post-Moogle still, grounded or no. But you will rest, or I shall know the reason why, and Komori is to keep the letters flying to all reaches of the realm. The Moogles shall also help. Any small deliveries within the Twelveswood are your honored responsibility, my good Moogles. But sister, surely we need more carriers for letters. Leaving the 12's Wood. Komori is an adventurer with other duties after all. My brother is right. Moogles, send word to your cohorts throughout the forest. We seek post-Moogles with hearts stout enough to face the wider world. Now, my dear Deputy Post-Moogle, we must tend to your injuries. Komori, you are no longer an assistant, but a carrier grown. See to your duties, and to the novices who will look to you for aid. And just like that, we've graduated, or something. I think we're still the same class. Kind of. Yeah, carrier level 13 now. With your successful delivery, your reputation as a letter carrier has grown. You have been recognized for your past achievements, and promoted from an assistant to a full letter carrier. Remember that every delivery you complete helps the Deputy Post-Moogle cling to his reason to live. And congratulations on your promotion. And just like that, we'll keep on climbing the ranks with the next quest, which should be over here, right? Yeah. Still in the same spot. As Komori flaunts her promotion to her soon-to-be former boss, now would be a good time to take a break.